Hi Aries, how are you? Okay, welcome back. Sorry I was gone for so long, but I'm excited to be back and I'm excited to do your monthly readings again. So this is going to be your November reading, and while I was shuffling, I really felt antsy. So I don't know if you're antsy about something and you really want to get something going and or maybe you're just being really horny or something. I don't know. But any case, there's a lot of energy that's really wants to get out. So I don't know what that's about, but we're gonna look. We're gonna see what that is all about. So I'm gonna do 2 rows, one for the first half of the month, the other one for the second part of the month, and pull some additional oracle cards for additional messages. Okay, so let's see. 9 of Pentacles. Wonder what that is all about. Wheel of Fortune in reversed. 2, okay. I feel for some of you this might be relationship based, or for some of you this could be a move of some sorts, like a house move, or move countries, move states, big changes anyway. King of Swords in reversed. A lot of reversals. As soon as I see a lot of reversals, we have a 1 card upright. Interesting. An Ace of Pentacles. Okay. Well, we start with a pentacle and we end with a pentacle, both reversed. Very interesting. And we have 2 major arcana cards. We have Wheel of Fortune reverse and Justice. Okay, so Aries, for the first part of the month, we start with the 9 of Pentacles in reversed. I feel for some of you this is going to be like you're starting the month with almost a feeling of needing to nurture yourself, really needing to get grounded, really like something that's like slipping off your feet. It's almost like either you're like too busy or something, or like maybe things got a little bit out of hand for you and you just like lost your footing a little bit, or really lost an idea of really your values and who you are and what you're doing or what's next, and like what is worth for you anymore, or like what do you want, really? Because like the 9 of Pentacles, really, it's like the card of like self-sufficiency, right? It's the card of pampering yourself, like having enough, or even more than enough, to really afford to do things that you want, like even on the spur of the moment. If you wanted to like buy this expensive thing, you buy this expensive thing because you have it, and because you think you deserve it, you feel you deserve it, so you go with it. When it's in reverse, it's almost like that feeling of like I don't have enough, or I'm like not worthy of that, or feelings like this will come up. It's like really, it's like not feeling grounded, not feeling in touch with reality in a certain sense. It's almost like really, it's like the sense of reality, it's really getting a little bit slipping through your fingers of really what's going on, really like understanding what's at the bottom of things right now. And that's really confirmed by the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So Wheel of Fortune is like that good luck, good fortune, really things just like happening smoothly, everything running like according to plan, everything just like like, oh my god, I can't feel like this is all happening, boom 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 boom, right? But when it's in reverse, it's like it's that opposite. It's like that delayed feeling, but it's also because you really like not grounded. That's why things are just not happening, because you're not grounded, because you don't have an idea of where this is, or what you want out of this, what this is worth for you, what is your own value at the same time, right? So it's like, it's almost like either not seeing the value of something, of a relationship, or your own value in something, and hence by not doing that, you're almost self-sabotaging the success of this. Because with the 2 of Wands in reverse, there's going to be either choice that's going to happen between, or you're going to pick between different partners or different options, or it's you maybe even separating, because I do see Justice here, Aries. So justice to me sometimes means court procedures, something to do with contracts and legalities. And with these 2, and then with the Ace of Pentacles at the end, it's almost like, yeah, even if you would want to switch this upright, something is just not going to go. Like, it's just not going to work. Like somebody that's like really totally like completely checked out of the situation. So I really feel like in a context of a relationship here, it's somebody's checking out of the relationship. And I think it's because either them self-sabotaging it, or it's because maybe you just not feeling confident about yourself. Even though it's weird, again, Aries, like, why would you do that to yourself? Because you're almost like one of the most confident signs. So yeah, I feel like somebody's checking out. So I think for some of you there will be definitely a separation happening this month. And for some of you, it could just be a choice that you're making from like going from being single to being in a partnership with somebody that might really end up in like a real like long-term relationship. But for some of you, I think it's more like has to do with separation, really has to do with like finding a footing, finding who you really are. You know, like this is going to be a month for you like to really dig deep and really do a lot of self-work. Because, you know, with the King of Swords, the swords, it's a very cold, very distant, very like, you know, detached suit, right? Especially with the king and the queen, they're very rational, very logical, right? They all just like always go by how they think. They always go with their mind. They let their mind guide everything. Now, when it's in reverse, it's almost like saying that, hey, you know, we need to really put some like thought and feeling into this. You know, like it's enough to like be always. So I feel like, again, go into that self-sabotage. I think maybe some of you have been like in your head way too much. You know, maybe overthinking situations, maybe over like driving yourself to the point of like shit, like it's done, like you know what I mean, like you're finding ways because you had like one little negative thought. You drove that thought from like this being minor little thing into like, oh my god, it's never gonna work out. But it's because your own mind is just like making it bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, since you're self-sabotaging the situation. And it could be a partner doing that to you. Now with the King of Swords, especially when it's in reverse like this, I really noticed that crown being on the bottom. So it's like, and it's funny because in reverse, it's like, it's almost like, it reminds me of the Ace of Swords upright. So like being that victory, right? That success. So for some of you, it's maybe like really like, for new relationships, if this is about you picking a partner, picking from like different options and choices you have, I think you're going to pick the one that go with what you feel versus what you think. Don't like let your mind really dictate the decision right now, because there'll be plenty of opportunities to do so later. But right now, go with your gut feeling. Go with really what makes you feel good. Does this make you feel good? Does this make you feel confident? Does this make you feel empowered? Does this make you feel abundant? Does this make you feel like you can conquer the world and be successful? Does this support you into what you want to do in the future? Does this support you and then is nurturing your soul and your body at the same time, right? So once you do that, I feel like you can really turn this upside down, like put this Ace of Pentacles in the upright, where it's like allowing for new things to happen, allowing new abundance, allowing new growth. Because a lot of you, really, it's yourself sabotaging yourself right now. You're being in your head too much. You're not allowing yourself to feel. You're not opening yourself up to feeling. It's like you're so rigid. You're like so like with this justice, right? You're like almost too judgmental. You know, you overthink to death. You overthink to death situations, especially relationships. Even though like you're a sign that really would be really impulsive, really go with it, right? But this month, so it's like not a lot of thought. You don't put a lot of thought really before you get into something, so you just like do it like this. But this month, I think this is where you really have to stay true to yourself. Don't let that negativity and those doubts get to you. Don't let like that, you know, feeling of like, oh, maybe I don't have enough, or maybe I'm not good enough for this person, or something like that. The detriment of like not going for it, because you know, what's fair is fair, and then what's yours, it's yours. So you're never gonna miss what's yours, because with the justice here too, I feel like, you know, justice will be served. So in a sense of like, This to me tells me, it's funny because they both, oh, this is the 10, this is the 11. It's, yeah, what's fair, it's fair. So like if something doesn't happen this month, it's not meant for you, and it wasn't meant to happen either. And with the Ace of Pentacles at the end of the month reversed, this one is a tricky one for me because I feel like it's almost saying, let me clarify. Six of Cups in reverse. So it's almost like, I think for a lot of you, it's like, you know, if somebody might want to come back, somebody might want a second chance, but I think this is saying like, no, go with something completely new. Do not go to the past. Don't go back. You know, like there was a reason why that didn't happen. There's a reason why you said no. There is a reason why that didn't work out. So please don't go back, because really what's fair and what's coming, it's coming for you and to you. You know, so what's yours, it's coming. You just have to be a little patient about it. And you also have to know your value. You have to know your worth. You have to know what you deserve and like what you can bring to the table and who you are as a person, you know. And then at the same time ask that of your partner, like, you know, really have boundaries, really have standards. And don't go back for things from the past, because yes, it felt comfortable, it was nice, it's something that you know and you feel really, really at ease, because again, it's comfortable and it's, you know it already and you know what to expect, versus going to something completely new that you don't know what's going to happen, how it's going to work out. But at this point, I feel like with you guys that are going to go into a new thing and you're going to try to decide between 2 people or 3 people, go with something new. Like, go with something, you know, go with a choice that makes you feel confident, abundant, supported, and nurtured, versus a one that is more like comfort. From like going with one that is just comfort, like something that it's like you just, oh, I know how to deal with that. You know what I mean? It's almost like it's saying that, yeah, no, push yourself. Go with something that's more like a challenge to you to get out of the comfort zone, to really teach you what your own self-worth is, versus something that it's like you already know what to expect. And don't go to the past. Don't go with something from the past, you know. But let me pull some oracle cards for additional messages. Jealousy and grudge. So with the Justice here and then the jealousy and the grudge, right, I feel like, yeah, a lot of things from the past will come forward, and maybe I think a lot of it has to do with like those people maybe trying to sabotage your new relationship, you know, or maybe something that you just haven't like able to let go of, something from the past that you are not able to let go of. And then by, let's say if it's a person, let's say if you see them with somebody new, and you still have those feelings even though you thought you were over them, but like all of a sudden you see them with somebody else and like all those negative emotions come like rushing through and making you feel like crap, even though you do have a partner that loves and adores you right now, but you just don't see their value anymore, or like not anymore, but like you don't see them as, you know, as you saw like that person from the past. So really watch out for that, you know, like don't go back, don't let that really sabotage whatever you have going on, because, you know, you might still have something really good. It's just a matter of like knowing your value right now. Never ending story. And like that's like going back to this Wheel of Fortune. So it's like the more you get into that loop of like, this is not going to work out, you know, like overthinking, it's like, again, you make it bigger. So it's like, no matter what you do, no matter what relationship you're going to take, no matter what project, what job, if you're going to be in that cycle of like judgmental and really like, you know, overthinking things to death, nothing will ever happen for you. You know, you'll always end up in the same cycles, in the same relationships, in the same jobs that just don't make you feel valued and worthy. So do some work this month on that. Really do some work and like really reassess those beliefs you have, you know, and know your value this month. Really know your value. So I'm gonna leave you with that, and I hope you have a great month, and Yeah, write me how it goes. I'm really excited to hear about it. And I will see you back in December. Bye.